Hi, Stacy here with Limelight AZ. So today, this morning, I'm feeling a little emotional again. It just seems like a little bit of a roller coaster with my emotions. I have one day that it's really good, and then I have other days that I'm very teary. I think my adrenals are struggling a little bit, and I think they've probably been struggling longer than I realized. Um, I think my adrenals are just needing a little assistance. Um, Last night, I tried to sleep and I would get at like surface sleep and my toes and lower legs would like jerk and wake me up. It was not fun night to sleep. So I'm tired today because of that, but I was already tired yesterday. I was really, really tired yesterday. And just, I think I ended up taking like 3 naps. I was just so tired yesterday. And I'm like, what is going on with me? I'm just tired. So I figured that it probably was due to tapping out my adrenals or at least draining them considerably from the emotional upset from the previous few days. I was very, very upset those days, and of course, that makes you tired. And that in conjunction with going up to 10 stings, the stings themselves are draining on the adrenals. So I think it's just kind of a situation of needing to support my adrenals a little bit for the next few days. We'll see if it helps my outlook. And I'm also going to start on holy basil at the recommendation of my husband. We have some on hand, but it is supposed to be helpful for depression. So even though my depression seems to be like hit or miss, I figure it's worth a shot. And it's been a while since I've added a different supplement, so I figured we may as well. I might go ahead and start taking vitamin D in addition to that, just because I'm not getting outside. I am getting indirect sunlight, but I don't know that that's enough. So it dawned on me a couple of days ago that I have been inside for months, and even in a sunny region like here in Arizona, that may not be enough to just have my big window open, trying to get indirect sunlight. So I will probably start on a vitamin D supplement to try to supplement that vitamin D. Um, the other thing that came to mind about why I might be feeling the way that I'm feeling is there's a whole bunch going on celestially. If you know much about Lyme disease, then you know that we are affected by what is happening environmentally so greatly. Full moons, new moons are always rough for me, and I believe it's either tonight or tomorrow that is full moon. So that could be playing into part of what has been going on with me today. The other thing is, of course, we're having the eclipse, the solar eclipse. I have no idea how that's going to affect me, if it's going to affect me. It is not very viewable here in Arizona, but it will be viewable. It's just not going to be a full solar eclipse. So I don't know how that will affect me. I don't know how that is going to affect other Limeys across the country. So it'll be interesting to find out. And lastly, we are headed into another retrograde. Yay, my favorite. Sarcastically, if you didn't notice. I have now been through 2 retrogrades. Is it 2? I think 2 retrogrades. And they were, no, I've been through 3. They were bad. Retrogrades really messed me up. I'm hoping with the bee venom therapy it won't be so bad this time. But the second retrograde, maybe it has been 2. I can't remember. I would have to look to know for sure. I've been for sure through 2. One that I knew about and one that I didn't know about. And the first one was the one that I didn't know about, and I didn't know what was going on with me yet. This was in January. And I had made several statements on Facebook about how awful I was feeling and how bad it was, and that was even in comparison to into what I ended up feeling like later. So I think that retrograde may have helped into triggering my Lyme symptoms to begin with, because my major Lyme symptoms began with retrograde. So then the second one, either the second one or the third one, I can't remember if there has been a third one. I know there was a retrograde right around March, and I'm not sure that there has been one since. But that one really jacked me up. I was a mess. And I was trying to figure out what was going on with me. Still, I hadn't quite figured out the Lyme. I think during the retrograde is when I learned about the Lyme. I really don't know. I know it was around the same time. At any rate, that retrograde really messed me up. I think I passed out during that one at one point, and it was just a particularly bad time. And so retrogrades and me don't get along. So I'm not really looking forward to the upcoming retrograde. That's one of those things there is just nothing you can do. You cannot hide, you cannot move, to a different state to get away. It's just there, and you just have to suffer through it. So I'm really hoping that with the bee venom therapy now that it will be a little bit easier on me. But the retrograde, I believe, is supposed to start in the next either 2 to 5 days or something. So since we're starting to rev up for it, I might be getting some of the effects of that. No fun. So that might be playing into why I'm so tired too. Somebody had posted in one of the groups about the fact that they were really tired, and it started with them yesterday, like it did with me, and so it made me start thinking about the celestial stuff going on. I think that's about it. Just an update on celestial effects and potential adrenal tiredness. I'm going to start on a tincture today or take it a couple of times a day to try to boost my adrenals a little bit, just to make sure. And I'm being like uber careful to make sure to get at least 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I had been kind of lax on it up until this point because I generally only eat twice a day, and trying to get that third dose in has been a challenge. But feeling like this, I definitely don't want to be skipping vitamin C. So anyways, that is it. I am probably going to take a nap because I am tired again today. And my body apparently needs to do some repairing. So have a wonderful day. Bye.